Alex Eala already putting work in the lab.
A 20-year-old ranked number 47 steps out against world number 8 Jasmine Paolini, and the stadium is already shaking with thousands of Philippine flags and chants so loud, the umpire has to beg for silence. This was not normal. This was not even close to normal. What happened over the next 4 days in the desert left the entire tennis world stunned, and the truth behind it is far more powerful than anyone realized. Let that sink in for a moment. Alex Eala is the first Filipino, man or woman, to ever break the WTA Top 100. Then she became the first to reach a WTA 1000 semifinal in Miami 2025. Now, at just 20 years old, she sits at a career-high number 31, the highest ranking any Filipino has ever touched in the Open era. 16 ranking spots in 1 week. Most players spend entire careers chasing what she just grabbed in 7 days. 3 top 10 victories in her young career, a 3-2 lifetime record against the elite, training every day at the Rafael Nadal Academy under Joan Bosch, carrying the hopes of over 110 million Filipinos and millions more in the diaspora who have never had a tennis champion to call their own. Mainstream tennis media ignored the Philippines for decades. No longer. Alex Eala is not just rising. She is forcing the entire sport to finally look east. But here is where this story takes a turn nobody expected. Tournament officials, veteran players, even the world number 4, all of them walked into Dubai believing they knew what a normal WTA 1000 week felt like. They were wrong. A player ranked outside the top 40 was suddenly drawing crowds that Grand Slam champions would envy. Center court sold out hours before her matches, flags everywhere. A chance so relentless the chair umpires had to intervene. Jessica Pegula, Amanda Anisimova, Coco Gauff, all of them looked around in genuine disbelief, and they had never seen anything like it. Not in Dubai, not at this level. The tennis establishment was not ready for the Filipino army. First came the upset. Alex Eala dismantled world number 8 Jasmine Paolini 6-1, 7-6, 5. The stadium erupted like it was a national holiday. She looked up and said, "I looked up and there were Filipinos for days. It's really such a blessing to be able to play in front of them." That alone would be enough. But it does not stop there. Next match, Sorana Cirstea crushed 7-5, 6-4. The crowd only got louder. The tournament became about one thing and one thing only, Alex Eala. And then it got even more intense. Coco Gauff walked out for the quarterfinal and realized the stadium was not hers. It belonged to the girl from Quezon City. After the match, Gauff stood at the press table and said something no top player has ever had to say before. "I like to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. To see the stadium full means a lot." Think about that. A multiple Grand Slam champion publicly thanking a 20-year-old for filling seats that were supposed to be hers. But here is the part nobody is talking about. Tournament officials confirmed a 48% surge in ticket sales, directly attributed to Eala. In the 26-year history of the Dubai WTA 1000, that has never happened for a player ranked outside the top 40, never. And when the new rankings dropped on February 23rd, Alex Eala woke up as world number 31, 16 spots. 1 week. Because the Filipino army showed up and refused to be ignored, Coco Gauff is not just some random top player. She is world number 4, multiple Grand Slam champion, former world number 1, and one of the most respected voices in the sport. When Coco speaks, the entire tennis world listens. And in Dubai, she looked around at that sea of Philippine flags and said something that stopped everyone dead. "I like to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. It is great to be on a crowded court. To see the stadium full means a lot." She was not complaining, she was celebrating, because even Coco Gauff understands Alex Eala is growing the game in ways the WTA has desperately needed for years. But this story is bigger than Dubai. This story is bigger than one tournament. Alex Eala just proved that when 110 million Filipinos and millions more across the diaspora finally get a champion, they do not just watch. they take over. Indian Wells is next, then Miami, then the clay season, then Wimbledon. Tournament directors are already preparing for the same invasion. Tennis has been searching for its next global movement. Alex Eala just delivered it, wrapped in red, blue, and white. Top 20 by the end of 2026 is not a dream anymore. It is the next inevitable chapter. Yes, she lost to Coco Gauff 0-6, 2-6. It was brutal. It exposed the gap that still exists. But 3 days later, she was world number 31. And when the cameras asked her about that beating, Alex Eala looked straight into the lens and said, "There's still definitely a gap in terms of level between me and Coco and other players of her caliber. My job is to try and close that gap, and I think I'm doing that quite well." That is not a teenager making excuses. That is a champion speaking. That is the mentality that turns good players into legends. From number 47 to number 31 in 1 week. From ignored prospect to the reason stadiums are selling out. From who is this girl to Coco Gauff, thanking her for bringing new fans. From a heavy loss to declaring she is closing the gap and meaning it. The message is crystal clear. Alex Eala is not the future anymore. She is the present. And every Filipino who ever believed in her, you were right all along. Now the rest of the world is finally catching up. Can Alex Eala break the top 20 in 2026 with the entire Pinoy nation pushing her forward? Drop your prediction below. I am reading every single one. Subscribe and turn on notifications because the Filipino army is just getting started. And you do not want to miss what happens when Alex Eala steps onto the court next.